Hello. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. You know what? I love I love you guys. You guys are my soul family. You are my soul tribe. You are who I have prayed for for 56 years. Thank you so very much for everyone that has sent me well wishes for Thanksgiving, that have commented that they have resonated with the last reading. Thank you for everyone for praying for my son and myself, especially for my son. Thank you. I love you guys. I'm just going to jump in now. Thanks for the likes, the subscribes, the comments, the views, the shares. I truly adore and appreciate each and every one of you. So when I woke up this morning, not just when I woke up, but like all morning long, I hear this song in my head. Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you love. You know I can't sing, so I'm not even going to try to. But that's the song that I'm hearing. Bottom of the deck, we got a man holding a heart. Maybe that's that someone who's feeling that, thinking that, singing that. But that's the song that's in my head. I was like, come on. Put another song in there. Come on, Spirit. Put another song in there. Change it up. But that's what I'm hearing. I feel like someone is waking up to things that have been going on around them, and they've been seeing it, but they haven't. They've been too afraid to speak up. They've been seeing it, but they act like they don't see it, which gives somebody else an opportunity to lie the shit away. Not anymore. Because somebody is feeling this anxiety. Somebody is feeling the pressure. Someone is like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck I was doing. That's what they're saying. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. What else, Spirit? Someone is finally letting their faith be bigger than their fears. Ooh. It's this thinking man. He's thinking about something. Not only is he thinking about something, but he's thinking about everything that he's been putting out there that's been mirrored back to him. And what he's thinking about some stuff. Somebody is all tied up because of their own hostilities. They're all tied up because they did some shit that they didn't even think about before they even did it. They just thought, oh, I can do this. I'm good. But they didn't realize them doing these actions means it only translates. It only equals. It only equates to you being hostile within yourself and not knowing how to control yourself. So you couldn't control yourself, but you thought to try and control everybody else. You thought that if I get in there and I show how big, how mean, how ugly I can be, don't talk to me, don't try and challenge me, that I can keep somebody all tied up. It works for a little bit, but you're only as scary as that person allows you to be. So if that person, instead of picturing you as a big, scary monster, if they picture you as a big, funny-looking clown, you're no longer scary. Your words don't mean shit. You're a clown. Ronald McDonald, go home. Go serve your customers. Bozo. Bozo, goodbye. You're only as scary as the person who's looking at you thinks you're scary. But when that person sees, oh, what is this? I see the inside of that person. I see that person is timid. I see that person is weak. I see that person is scared. What am I doing being scared of that scary ass? Oh, and we have all of these that came out. Someone is resting because they're no longer afraid of this person. They no longer look at this person like they are someone to be looked up to. They're looking at this person like, man, what? What? What you want? Because they can see that this woman, she's getting justice. She's not only is she getting justice, but she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. All she did was exist, and she's getting justice because she's letting God work it out. God said, baby, lay back. Sit back. Let me take care of this. So she said, okay. And he's doing it. She's on her temple path. She's not in a rush. This person is on their path. And that's why the other person couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand it because they knew that she saw exactly who they were. She saw through them and she asked them, she pointed it out, she's remarked, she even told them there's certain things you need to change. And it pissed this person off. It pissed this person off because they knew they couldn't go anywhere. They couldn't change nothing. They couldn't act like they could change the situation. They couldn't lie out of that situation this time if they tried to. So they tried to attack her. They didn't know that she is so well protected that they can't even get through. They didn't know that every time they picked up a stick or something to try and hit her with it, Archangel Michael was right there with his sword and his shield to cut that shit or block it and turn it right back and send it right back to them. They didn't know that. And every time it happened, they didn't think about them. They kept trying to blame her. Every time they put negativity out there and negativity came back, they blamed her. Instead of saying, you know what? Let me check myself. Let me get myself straight because I'm the one that's doing it. That other person, they're watching her and they're getting upset because they see that she is receiving such a blossoming abundance. They wanted to keep that for themselves. They didn't feel like she deserved anything. Nothing. They didn't feel like she deserved anything. Bottom of the deck. 5 of materials. I'm hearing turnabout is fair play. That's what I'm hearing. Turnabout is fair play. Now something that somebody else was trying to work on, that shit ain't working out. Turnabout is fair play. The things that you try to do to block somebody else, ain't that okay that it comes back on you? Isn't it okay that it comes back on you? This is somebody in their head. This is somebody in their feelings. This is somebody now understanding that bullshit that I tried. I don't even know why I did that because all I did was bring that to myself. And this other person is sitting here looking all happy and content, being all joyful, looking all good, smiling, shining, sparkling, gliding, ascending, doing all those wonderful things that they really wanted to do, but they were so angry on the inside, they couldn't. They wanted to have everything good for them and absolutely nothing good for the other person. They felt like that person didn't deserve shit. And now they're looking, studying, witnessing, observing, and becoming even more bitter, even more angry, even more tied up, even more filled with that hate that they have because they have demons that they don't know that they have. Temperance and the muse of inspiration. This could be a Sagittarius. Could be talking about a Sagittarius. Could be talking about someone who has some issues that they haven't worked out. Could be talking about somebody who doesn't want me to talk. They don't want me to talk about this at all. Yesterday it was funny because my throat was really bothering me. And I'm wondering, why was my throat bothering me? Because I work from home. It's rare that I go out. I even order my groceries online. Amazon, thank you for them. They deliver everything. I rarely go out and have my own car. But this person wanted to shut me down. They didn't want me to be able to speak because they know that they actually need balance. They know that they're the ones that are angry. They're upset. They feel that somebody else has a calling. They see somebody else can see right through them, and it scares the shit out of them. It really does. It scares the shit out of them. They have no more poopy. None. This person is like, they are, and they're like, I picture them grabbing like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? They're thinking about everything that they threw out there, everything they put out there, all those lies, all the deceit, all that backstabbing, all that this, all that that. They're thinking about everything. Everything that they tried to do because they were jealous. They were jealous of this other person. They didn't want to see this other person rise. They didn't want to see this other person rise above them. Become the star in someone's eye. To get the glory. They wanted to get it. They wanted to get it, and they tried everything that they could. Because they felt like they deserved to be the star. This is them feeling all the rage, all the hostilities, all the anger. Because they're realizing they'll never be a star. They won't ever be a star. They're realizing now that not only will they not ever be a star, but they're realizing that they're going to have to protect their finances because they know everything that their finances is fucked up. And everything that they're going to try, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. They know now that they have to protect themselves. Because what they threw out is coming back. They didn't realize that. They didn't realize that in all their anger, all their hostility. They didn't realize that they needed to have some healing. They didn't realize that they needed to have some, to show some strength, to do the right thing. They didn't realize that they needed to put their ego to the side and stop looking at themselves like, it's all about me. Because it's not. It's not about any of us. It's about all of us at the same time. Someone is waking up and not only are they waking up in the morning, but they waking the fuck up. And they're realizing, oh my God. They're realizing they got a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do. Two of Emotions and the Queen of Inspiration. They got to work on themselves. They got to work on how they feel. And they got to work on their relationships. They got to work on their anger. They have to work on the bullshit that they try. They have to work on their connection with God. They have to work on understanding it's not just about them. Did everybody is important. It's like this person, they felt so insignificant, so invisible, so not seen when they were younger. So they wanted to try and make somebody else, burden someone else. So that person felt like they weren't seen. And when they found out they couldn't do that, that's when they started. That's whenever their rage, that's when their hostilities, that's when their hate came through. They tried it. They tried it. They tried to throw something out there. They tried to affect someone's finances. They tried to affect someone's home. And that's why theirs is now affected. They didn't realize God was watching everything. With his pen and his pad, and he's making little notes. Putting little question marks by his little notes. So that when it's your day, when it's your minute, when it is your second, that you are no longer here on this earth, on this physical plane, and you cross over, the first one that you're going to see is God with his pad and his pen. He's not going to welcome you into the gates. He's going to come like this and be like, hold the fuck up. Where you think you going with that slick shit? I saw what you was doing to the one that I sent to save you. But I saw you on Sundays. Oh, yes. On a Sunday. And then on a Monday through Saturday, you was like, kill the dirty bitch. Kill the dirty bitch. Kill her. God said, I saw all that. So I'm here to ask you with my pen and my pad, who was you referring to as the dirty bitch? Say that person's name out loud, because I want to hear that shit. When you was talking about kill, Exactly what did you mean? Did you mean to break one of my commandments? Is that what you was talking about? When you was plotting and planning and you was making them phone calls and stalking and trying to bully somebody, what was you doing? Who was you trying to bully? Come on, speak up, because I can't hear you. Who were you trying to bully? I can't hear you. Oh, you're kind of quiet now, huh? You're kind of quiet now, huh? I don't know why. I don't know why you're quiet now. Because I told everyone, when I send someone to save your silly, stupid asses, it's not going to come with somebody who's wearing a iridescent gown and a crown on their head. It's going to be the person that you look at like, oh, I am so much better than that dirty bitch. It's going to be the person that you say, here, lick the bottom of my shoes and be thankful that I gave you the bottom of my shoes to lick. It's going to be the one that you said, hey, you know what, we can ready to play a trick. We can ready to play a trick. We can ready to play the game called ignore. We can ready to play the game called exclude. We're getting ready to play the game called left out. We're getting ready to play another game called tag, and you're always it. Prepare yourself. And when you get up there, make sure that you speak up, because the angels and the archangels and your ancestors and the spirit guides in the back want to hear your stupid reply. God said, make sure you speak up to all of those in the back, because they want to hear this too. We've all been watching you. We've all been up here watching you mistreat the ones that I sent to save you. I've been watching you. Everything is clear. You can't put anything past me. I sent my truth teller to tell y'all the truth. And what did you do? What did you do with my truth teller? What did you do? Tell me, what did you do with my truth teller? You attacked them. You attacked them. Not knowing that this is who this was. You thought that the one that I was going to send, I was going to clothe like this so that you would be like, let me get myself together, because that's who God said. Thank you, God. Oh, yes. Hi, Empress. Yes, Empress. No. God said no, because I wanted to see who was who and what was up. So I sent her to look like this. Nothing special. And I saw you. I saw how you was acting. I saw what you did. And now you have the nerve to be like this. Worrying. Can't sleep. Can't eat. Upset. Worrying if you're having a heart attack. Is this it? You know, you getting something and it seems like it's getting really bad. You get a regular cold and it seems like it's taking weeks for you to get over that instead of just a couple of days. You get a paper cut and it seems like it's getting infected instead of just healing like a normal paper cut. You fall down, you get a bigger bruise, your leg is fucked up and you can barely walk. Is this who I'm talking to? Is this who I'm talking to? Someone who is experiencing a tower moment in their life. Because now they're starting to understand. Now they are starting to see. Now they are starting to recognize and realize that no one believed all that bullshit, all them bullshit ass lies. That thinking man is thinking about that. He's looking at everything. Not only is he looking at everything, he's concerned. He is concerned about his own happiness. He's concerned about what he's trying to build. He's concerned about he's concerned because he wanted you to die alone, but he don't want to die alone. He wanted you to die alone with no one around you to say, I love you. But he didn't want to die alone. He wanted to have everyone around him to say, I love you. But it don't work like that. What comes around goes back around. The wheel of fortune is not turning in that person's favor. It's turning away from that person, turning towards the person who he wished so much ill intention for. It's too many. It's just thinking, man, he knows he's got to do better. He's shaking in his motherfucking boots. He is shaking in his boots because he feels so seen, so exposed. He feels like you can see right through him because he knows now that what he tried to say was evil. He tried to call you the devil. He tried to call you a satanic worshiper. He tried to say that you were mixed up and you were crazy. No. Now he's finding that you were actually blessed. That you were actually here for a reason, a purpose. That you have a mission on this earth while you're here, and you were sent here by God to save his stupid ass. Now he's like, oh damn, I guess I didn't think about it like that. Oh I told everybody that, oh, she ain't nothing but the devil. I don't fuck around with her because she the devil. She this, she that. Sat there and told everybody that. Page of emotions, 10 of emotions, and the 3 of materials. Yeah. Sat there and told everybody all this stuff about you whenever, instead of sitting there telling them the truth that you're so loving, you're so kind, you're so this, you're so that. They didn't. But now this emperor, now he got something different that he want to talk about. Now he got something different that he want to say. Now he wants to talk about how accomplished you are. Now he wants to talk about how y'all work together. Now he wants to work with you. Because now he can see that it was never you. It was always him. It was him with his games and his trickery. Now he's trying to manifest you back in his life because it's almost like he had a dream. I feel like he had a dream about you and about some cycles that he needs to close out if he wants to make it through. And that's what scared him. It was the dream. It was about his own shit that he's got to close out. And then that's whenever he started thinking to wait a minute. Wait a minute. Started thinking about someone from the past. Someone that he's known his entire life. That's the moment, like they say, shit got real. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Wands. Because now he's finding that he has to defend himself and he's got to have his own back and be on guard and make sure that nobody's messing with him and his and everything. Whereas that other person used to defend him, but he never defended the other person. The other person had his back. The other person stood up for him. The other person was there for him, but he was not there. He wasn't even there for himself, let alone anybody else. He had to get that shit straight first. First, dude, you gotta, or female, whoever this is, you got to protect yourself. It's like he had to understand his own value and his own worth, what he's worth. Look at everything different. Take a pause. Stop. Do something different. Gain a new perspective. Yeah, he's ready. This person is, not only are they ready, they're ready to leave everything and everyone that they know. Not feel, but they know. Lied to them, played in their face, played in their energy, played with their heart, played with their money, played with their psyche, played with everything and didn't give a damn. See that stick? That's that stick. This person is ready to leave. This person is ready for a new adventure. This person is done. Done protecting himself. Done looking at a situation like, okay, well, it's good now, but, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I should think or how I should think or if this person said I should even think or not. Done with all that bullshit of shit that you confusion, just acting like you confused. Done with the I see it but I don't really see it. I see it but I don't really want to see anything because if I say something then they're gonna put me on the outside. Which this person found that he was on the outside any fucking way. They're done with that. They're ready to go back to something that was solid. That held promise. That was easily and eagerly building. That was warm, that was safe, that was light, that was truth, that was love. This person is, Christmas just ain't Christmas. I wish I could sing. Without the one you love, I wish I could sing. If I did, I'd have a whole different YouTube channel, I'll tell you. Since I can't, it's got to be like this. Knight of Cups. Yep, somebody is They want to express something. They're ready to take a step. They're ready to go forth because they've had some time to heal. They've had some time where they had to just lay back, sit back, chill, relax, and let the answers come to them. And the answers came. The truth came. And when the truth came out, that allowed them to put an end to the lie. Because they figured out that them believing somebody else's lie, not even their own truth, them not even digging to find out the truth of the situation, but taking what some bullshit ass motherfucking liar said and saying, oh, that's gotta be it. That has got to be it. That's gotta be the truth. Because this bitch ass liar said it has got to be the truth. They stopped that bullshit. They stopped that young, immature, insecure, timid little bullshit. You know why? Because they got tired of getting fucked up by their own spirit guides. They got tired of getting fucked up by their own who was there to help them. But instead, they sitting there listening to the straight up devil. The straight up devil. They found themselves getting their ass kicked over and over and over. Everything that was special to them in their heart, the devil took it away. You know why? Because the devil said, trust me. Come on, trust me. And they did. And the devil said, I'm going to take this, thank you. I'm going to take this, thank you. I'm going to take this, thank you. And I'm going to take this, thank you. They finally said, you know what? Let me turn my back on this bullshit and walk away because I see that there's some other ships that I need to try and come in. There's something else I need to do. There's someone else that I need to try and collaborate with. There is something else. It is not even that anymore. They made an emotional decision. I'm sorry. I can't do you no more because you know what? You are toxic. You are a tragedy walking. You have made me lose. You have helped me to lose everything that was important and sacred in my life. Maybe someone had a conversation about a different direction that they're going. Someone said something. Someone said something that made sense. And it affected their heart. It made sense. You talk about an arrow straight to your heart. Boom! Ow! But you don't forget that motherfucker is right there. Especially when it's the truth. Because that truth, trust me, that truth pierced their heart like nothing else ever could. And they was trying to stop the gushing of emotions coming out. And they couldn't. Those emotions stopped coming out of the heart and started coming out of the eyes. Those emotions started coming out of their mouth. Those emotions were coming from everywhere they could. This person was sweating. This person was crying. Snot was coming out. They're drooling. They're on the floor. They're begging, God, please help me. I'm sorry. They're begging for forgiveness because that sword of truth pierced their heart. And it showed them This is where you're happy at. Did other bullshit, you ain't happy with that. You was never happy with that. I've never been pierced in my heart with a knife, with a sword, with an arrow, but it seems like it's would hurt. Just like the truth hurt that that person refused to accept time and time and time and time again. And they're thinking about this person from their past. This person that had showed them value. This person that put them on the path, on their path, at a young age and said, I don't care what you do, you can always do this. This person was someone that no matter how many times they fell down, this person helped them to get back up. No matter how many times they wanted to give up, this person said, nope, you keep going because you are going to be something. You are going to be a king. You are going to be royal. You are going to be somebody that everybody knows and speaks highly of. And this person is thinking about all of that. Everything that you put in, everything that they took, and everything that they refused to give back. Could be talking about this person. Bottom of the deck, we got the King of Rods. He's not looking too happy. He's looking like he's contemplating. He looks like he's thinking. He's looking like he is in regret from some type of action that he took. Thinking that it was something that was going to make him happy, and thinking that it was something that was just going to be just true and just for him, and there was nothing that nobody could do to get away with it. I mean, to get for him, there was nothing that nobody could do for him to stop him. That's what he thought. He just didn't know that the high priestess was in the mix. He just didn't know that this high priestess was seeing stuff and saying stuff and putting him on Front Street. And the more that she put him on Front Street, the worse off they got. All this person had to do was go within. But that's not what this person wanted to do. But that's what they're doing now. They don't have a choice but to go within, because they find that they are without. This person is deciding that it's time for them to use their instincts, for them to use their gifts, for them to try and resurrect a gift that they may have lost because they were trying to stop somebody else's gift that God purposely placed right here. Judgment is coming in quick. Something is coming back to life. Somebody's sending in a message. Somebody is possibly traveling. Somebody is finally choosing to have some strength. After a tower moment, someone is finally deciding it's time for them to speak up. It's time for them to talk about it. Yeah, because this came out like this. They wasn't willing to move forward. They wasn't willing to drop everything and to do this the right way before. They wasn't willing to do that. But I'm gonna tell you what changed their mind. Looks like their child. Somebody's child. Somebody younger than them, their child, or whatever, spoke some truth. Like they say, out the mouths of babes, someone spoke some truth. And maybe that's the truth. Whether it was that child that spoke some truth or whatever it was, but that is the one that pierced somebody's heart. That is when someone woke up from this nightmare. That's whenever they realized, you know what? Let me get on my path. Let me stop acting an ass. Let me stop acting like I am too young to... let me stop acting like I'm brand new. Let me stop acting. Because I'm more afraid of what God's got for me or doesn't have for me than what this fool that I can see here got. Someone, and you know what? This is the scary part. This is the part that freaks somebody out. That child has the same gift of sight. And that child not only spoke about it, not only were they 100% on point about it, but they also prophesied. And that's whenever that person said, oh, I'm just hearing out the mouths of babes. Out the mouths of babes. And we want to act like they don't know any better. No, they know better than us. They've been away from God a lot less time than we have. So they still have their connection, whereas ours may have faded. They still have their connection. They still know. And they saw this person and they told this person exactly how they was acting, what they were doing, and how it was going to turn out. They said, I see you acting like the devil. It's because you're afraid. You don't have to be afraid. I'm going to protect you. You ain't got to be afraid, Mommy. You ain't got to be afraid, Daddy. I'm going to protect you. Something about Somebody needs to travel. Someone wants to travel. Someone wants to travel, but it's like they are afraid that if they travel, something is going to happen because they know that they got this monkey on their back. But they feel like they have to say something to this person. They have to express how they feel. And they want to do it face to face. They want to do it in person so that person can see them and understand and look at them and see, oh, you've changed. Oh, you've grown up. Oh, you've matured. Oh, you let your nuts drop. Oh, good for you. They want this person to be able to see that. But for whatever reason, they're still letting those fears to hold them back. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. If God is for you, who cares who's afraid, who's against you? Who cares? Ooh, the moon and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like they don't want someone to see how bad they're doing, actually. It's like they want to kind of keep that to themselves. They don't really want to put it out there. You know, my entire life sucks now that I tried to do this bullshit to you and that shit came back on me. They don't want to talk about that and how their shit has been, maybe because of karma, may be fucked up for a while. How everything that they worked hard for is almost gone in the blink of an eye. All because they like this one better. All because they chose who they wanted to work with, collaborate with, partner up with. They saw that this person, oh, well, wait, this person might be able to give me more. They wasn't able to give you anything, but they was able to take it all from you. All of it. Every single last part of it. What else, Spirit? This person is working on themselves. I feel like they're concentrating. They trying hard because they're looking at all this shit that they did. They are looking at this shit that they did out of ego, out of pride. And they're not happy with that. Now that they're looking back on it and seeing how many lives, not one life that they thought, how many lives that they actually fucking ruined. People are turning their back on him or her. Whoever this person is, people are turning their back. People are like, don't even fucking come around me. This is what the community is telling this emperor. Don't even come around me. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't get the hell on, what the hell is wrong with you? Who does that type of shit? Someone understands it's time. It's been past time to let some shit go. It's been past time to curb some actions, to stop some bullshit, to grow the fuck up. It's so past time. It ain't even funny. It ain't even funny. This person tried to unalive somebody, and it didn't work. It did not work. It didn't work because you know what? This Queen of Swords, she said, I'm telling everybody, big and small, short and tall, everybody come on around, grab around. Come on, get a chair, get a bench, grab some chair, get some floor space, grab a blanket, sit on the blanket, get you a pillow, sit on that. Because I'm getting ready to tell it all. I'm getting ready to say it everything so that nobody is misunderstanding exactly how shit happened. Don't believe what that lying liar said who got diabetes. Don't believe that shit. Because this is the truth. And so this Queen of Swords started saying, well, da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and people's like, oh my God, I remember that. Oh, don't you remember that? And they started getting on the phone with other people. Don't you remember this? Remember whenever they said that it wasn't even like that. And I knew it wasn't like that. And they started putting two and two together and figuring out this motherfucker been lying to all of us. This motherfucker got a fucking problem. So whenever he started coming around, everybody started saying, get your negative, nasty, Nelly ass away from me, ninja. Get away. Just like you wanted someone else to be cast out, we cast you out. You cannot make this up. Like they said, just like you wanted someone else to be cast out, we cast you out. They see the truth. Everything is clear. There's nothing that's not making sense. It's all making sense. All of it. Every last part of it. They thought as long as someone doesn't say anything, as long as someone doesn't talk, everything will go as planned. But that Queen of Swords, she said, honey child, let me tell you, I may not have nobody's phone number, but I got the internet. And I'm going to put it up on there. Yeah, they wasn't expecting that. They wasn't expecting those 10 raws that they wanted you to be dragging around, for them to have to be dragging that shit around now. They wasn't looking at all that. They wasn't looking at all that whenever it was you. Because it was totally different then. We don't care what happens to you. We only care when it happens to us. Boy, I tell you, people. Yeah, somebody is looking. They're looking and they want to come back home. They want to come home. Tell me they don't want to come home. They want to come home. They looking. They trying to figure out, what do I do? What do I say? Do I do this? Do I do that? I want to do this, but I might not have gas money. I hate to call and be like, I want to come talk to you, but I need gas money. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's get a little bit more. Turn the cups at the bottom. Somebody's thinking about their happiness. They're thinking about their life. They're thinking about more than just them. They're thinking about more than just them. Whereas before, they didn't. They was cool and just thinking about just them. They said, whatever I want, all I have to do is just take it. Doesn't make a difference who I'm taking it from. They're not as worthy as me anyway. Because I am who I am. I think I deserve it all. And I'm not so humble that I'm not going to let you know. I feel like I deserve it all, and I don't feel like you deserve nothing. And what did that get them? Hmm? So normally it would be like this. But today, it's like this. So they're not looking like the Savior. They're not looking like the one who saved us. They're looking like the martyr. They're looking like the one who's doing the dirty damn work. And they're sitting here thinking, what made me choose this path? And where am I going to go now? Where do I go from here? Because I see that everybody turn their back on me. My ships ain't coming in. Not here. Everybody, the gig is up. Everybody can see how upset I am, how unhealed I am, how angry I am, how much hate and bitterness I have in my heart. Everybody can see that. So where am I going to go now? King of Cups and the Lovers. I feel like this person, this King of Cups, is making a head over heart decision, and they are going in a whole new direction. I feel like they're even leaving this person that was the hostile person that had them all tied up, had them left out in the cold, talking about I'm your family, I love you, I this, I that, I this, I that. But family don't do it like that. Family don't try and create chaos. Family don't work at somebody else's demise. Family don't do that. Do they? I mean, mine did. But they're not supposed to. Normal families don't do that, do they? Because, look, mine really did. But from other families, I've never seen that. The Strength card, the Moon Cup. The Moon Cup. The Strength card, the Moon, and the Ten of Cups. Someone has decided that they need to go ahead and go inside and battle their own addictions so that they can come out happy on the other side. They need to go ahead and wrestle with their own dark night of the soul so that they can be happy on the other side, so that they can make it on the other side, so that they can move forward to the other side. Because at this point, someone understands that right now, like their words are, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, they've gone within. They may not be talking to anybody. They may not be eating anywhere today. They may not be hanging out with anybody, not even on the phone, just letting calls go to voicemail, because right now they decided that they just want to be happy. They got to do something else. They have to start defending themselves and others that they love, regardless of what any other motherfucker says. You can't give a crap about what somebody else says. Somebody wants to. It's like after leaving somebody out in the cold, Them feeling like, oh, yeah, well, goodbye. Goodbye, bye, 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 get. Now they want to go and be like, hey, hey, how you? What you doing today? Now somebody's trying to manifest a new beginning. Now somebody wants to try and put some work into it. Now somebody is ready. They understand who you are. They're ready to put, they've learned some lessons. They're ready to put things are at a close. And they're looking at you like, you know what? You seem like you kind of unbothered. You kind of not worried about it. Because, you know, you got justice behind you. You did whatever you had to do. You said what you had to say. You behaved the way that you needed to behave. And you sat back. And you sitting there. You saying, I'm sitting back and I'm letting you come to me. Because I'll be damned if I don't do you. I'll be damned if I put you on a pedestal, do you right, and treat you good, and you dog me, and I'm going to come back to you to say sorry. You might be waiting for a long ass while. This person know it. This person had to grow the fuck up. Had to grow the fuck up. Not because they wanted to, because they didn't want to. They was loving being in that immature energy. They loved that. That made them feel good. That made them remember when they was like 14 and 15 and 12 and they just got away with all types of shit. But you're not that old. You're not that young. You're not that age. You're not that immaturity anymore. That is not even you anymore. Someone is realizing now all that shit that they put out towards somebody else, all that shit that they said about somebody else, the truth is coming out, and those arrows, those rods are coming right back. Here they are right behind this person. All of them stacked up, all 8 of these stacked up nicely right here, and he's holding this one like, okay, this is that last lie. He's holding on to the last lie, and he knows he can't because he's looking at the truth card right here. The truth is about to come out. Everybody's asking him, well, we know about these lies in the back that wasn't the truth because those were expelled whenever the truth came out. What about this one last lie? What about it? The last one about her. This person knows justice is right around the corner. This person knows. Talk about slicing your own throat. This person knows. This chair is like really squeaky, y'all. This is not me passing gas. This is the squeaky ass chair, just in case you can hear it. I'm like, damn. I know somebody was like, oh my gosh, she needs some Beano or something. I don't. It's this chair. You hear it? All right. So, I'm going to see if there's anything from the stack. You know what? I'm not going to see from the stack. I'm going to see from these oracle cards. Oh, wait. These ones. The journey. We have emotions at the bottom. Telling you somebody is, they're thinking about their emotions. They think their emotions are welling up. They couldn't hold them suckers anymore. They couldn't hold them. See, people want to act like they so tough. But when it come down to spirit kicking you in the Katootie. People realize, I guess I wasn't that tough. I wasn't realizing. I thought that I could say some mean things, but whenever that shit came back on me, you talk about mean? The truth. That's mean. That's when people have clarity. When this shit come right back around, that's when people have clarity. See, they don't like to talk about their shit. They like to talk about yours. They like to be like, oh, did you know? I know that you heard. This is between me and you. Just don't go no further. That Tracy this doesn't, and then also she did, and you know what else she did? She did, and then she did, and people are like, what word? Yes, that's exactly what Tracy did. And let me tell you something else that Tracy did. She did this, she did that, she did it. How you know about that? Shh, don't worry about that, because some other birdie told me about that, and they told me don't go ask Tracy nothing. So I'm just letting you know the reason that you need to stay away from Tracy is because so-and-so told me, and so-and-so told me, and so-and-so told me, and so-and-so told me, and so-and-so told me, that so-and-so told them that you need to stay away from her. They're like, what word? And then when Tracy started to open up her mouth, or Susie, or Sandy, or Sam, or Bruce, or Brent, or Butch, or whoever, what the name is, started to open up their mouth, then everybody was like, well, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that so-and-so said this about you, but that shit wasn't even true, and it wasn't even this, it was actually so-and-so who said it about you that really did that shit? So these emotions are coming back around, and they're coming up, and they're coming down, because that hurt got pierced. Somebody stopped talking about Tracy, because it was no longer fun to talk about Tracy. And they started talking about the person who was talking about Tracy. And then, you know what? Let me tell you something. It's a true story. When I had moved to Florida years back, before I moved to where I'm at now, hot ass Arizona, I had moved to Florida years back. And my lying ass sleaze, spread her legs, favorite letter in the alphabet is the letter V, because it represents her legs to the entire world. She was like, oh yeah, girl, you could live with me. We could be roommates. I don't live that far from your job. It's maybe about an hour and 15 minutes. No, it was an hour and 15 minutes at the midway point. The dirty bitch knew that. But see, she was after some Skrilla. She thought that I was going to be so desperate that I was going to just give up my entire paycheck to house her and 2 adult fucking sons that wasn't doing shit. Just like they daddy. Wasn't working, wasn't trying to do shit, just like they daddy. And her stupid ass wanted me to help her support them. I said, bitch, I'll be gone in less than 30 fucking days. Even if I got to sleep in my car. Fuck you and your trifling, sleazy, fish stinking ass. So she had the nerve to try and talk about me to another cousin. But she didn't know that that cousin had integrity and came to me, called me on my phone. And whenever he called me on my phone, God rest his soul in heaven, I gave him an earful about her. And so whenever he called her, she got so upset with me, telling him, how dare her talk about my private life. And he said, wait a minute. What you forget? This whole conversation started because you called me talking about Tracy. Lesson made her go in, do a little bit of introspection, and learn the word of integrity. Yeah, so be open to what people say, but be open to finding out the truth. Finding out the truth. And don't make just snap, rash judgments. You have to find out the truth. Because people will sit there and they'll talk and they'll tell you, this is between us. Don't tell so-and-so I said. Shh, mum's the word. If you say anything, I know it's going to be coming from you and I'll never tell you anything again. I would tell that bitch, then don't tell me shit. Because if I can't go back and fact check some shit that you done said negative about somebody else, I know you are the motherfucking problem, not the other person. And that's keeping it 100. And 100 is a whole number. We can't go back and ask Sally Sue what Bobby Joe has said to give Sally Sue an opportunity to defend herself. Bobby Joe need to shut the fuck up. I feel like this is the lesson that someone is learning. That they are the key. They're the ones that holds the key to their happiness. And they're saying, I just want to be happy. Happiness is in recognizing who you are, who you want to be, and what you're thankful for, what you're grateful for, what you got a mind there for to use, and what you got a mouth there for to use. Someone is understanding. Someone is realizing. Someone is finally letting wisdom come into their life. Finally. Someone is finally deciding that it's time for them to stop feeling all tied up. They can break those bonds. And they have to realize that somebody around them is very hostile. Very angry. You know, years ago, let me say, I'd say probably about maybe 20 years ago. No, less than that. Maybe about 15 years ago. I had this dream about my father that scared the hell out of me. Scared the hell out of me so much that I woke up and it took me literally like 3 days to be able to go back to sleep. And at that time, a friend of his was living with him because they both worked at the same company, but the friend lived in a different city and needed a place to work while he was in needed a place to lay his head while he was in town, so my father was allowing him. And I was thinking, no, that could not be my father that I dreamt like that. That was this other guy. And I prayed, dear God, please protect my father. Please protect him. Please, dear God, please, please, please. I was even looking at this other person that was living with him, trying to let him know, I will fuck you up, dude. I will fuck you up. And his friend was looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I just knew that the dream that I had that seemed so clear that God had spoke to me and whispered in my ear could not have been the truth. Because what I saw looked like this. And it wasn't until that man moved away and I sat there and I watched my father. And it seemed like he got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I knew he had taken leave of his senses when he and my mother started communicating again, because he swore up and down he hated that woman. He would never speak to that woman again. He would never do nothing with that woman again. That woman was never in his life. When they started collaborating, I knew exactly who I was dealing with. And they even tried to unalive me a couple times. They even thought that I was so stupid that I wasn't even listening to whenever I was speaking with both of them. I said something to her. She called him. No. I said something to him. He called her. And within 2 hours of me telling him, she called me to repeat to me what I had just said to him. And next time I talked to him and I let him know, his reaction was he got pissed. And then he got silent. And then he said to himself, I'm never going to tell her ass nothing else again. That's when I knew. That's whenever I was for sure. We got to be careful in these streets. We got to be really prayed up in these spiritual streets, because those people that we think we want to be close to, those people that we think are family, those people that we think are best friends, are upstanding citizens, and this and that and the other, those are the worst. Don't be guilty by association, meaning you witnessing some shit go down, choosing not to say anything. Guess what? God is sending karma right back to you too, because you saw it and you chose to say nothing. So you were just as vile, as filthy, and as nasty as the person who did it. So we got to be careful in these spiritual streets. I don't hear that song anymore. That must have been the message that needed to come. Oh, now I hear it. Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you love. Damn. I'm going to have to listen to the radio and get another song in my head. You guys, I love y'all. Thank you so very much, especially for those that checked on me. You guys are forever in my heart.